What could I have said better to Ja? Vikra. Iba. Edao. Tying knots with words that make no sense, but it makes no sense that they wouldn't be words. Like, the greatest words are free. The more free they are, the more they are like nothing. Like, if I could actually say what the problems with summer were, it would be in some foreign language, you hear? Then could I actually tell anybody? Maybe if they documented some physical sense of the words that I said, if I could take them to where they lay their head, like watching somebody straight punch the air. I could try to make a joke out of it, make it look like I'm peeing. Or I could say, hey, I'm just testing things out. Actually strikes a note. Then no one's around. Like, empty space is actually true sound. Space, 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 space. I'm going to call that a weak point in the rope. But I'll turn the weak point into a knot. Turns a rope into some chain link. But only if I do something that doesn't make sense, like talking in my sleep. That looks like a pretty good knot. And I didn't even say anything hyper elaborate. Now it looks bad. Makes it tighter. Are knots about looks? Maybe if lines are like fish hooks. When is the air like water? If it is it colder or hotter? Maybe it's only in some sense of knowing. Well, then could I sow the air with words like people sow with seeds? Try to make up words. People say sounds like gibberish. Practice is an instrument. What's the difference? This is some really weird rope. Which is definitely going to break, by the way. What word am I missing? What word could I say? All the bottom feeders and top-down predators. Like the closer that I get to the edge of some limb, it's like there's actually then no need for rope, you see? I could just hook straight onto the tree. Instead of punching the air, I just crack a whip, then people stare. Maybe I could punch the air if I had on some elaborate outfit. Like I was the knot that didn't quit. Like I could just make up some illiterate sign. The funny thing is then all of a sudden I've just made some bind between alliteration and the illiterate. Like the inability to read itself is just the desire to actually never quit. Summa cum laude and sumo wrestlers. Huns and ninjas. But who makes the dress they wear? Inside and outside, across oceans and skies. Maybe all knots are the same, you see. It's just the type of rope you use. Oh, you tied a knot with that? That keeps the bugs out of your mouth? Like, rope is actually some form of dry soap. Who do you look up to? Points from afar, food cooked by someone special, in a cupboard, in a jar. Is that actually near or far? And is the most distant point like an echo? Something resounding inside your mind? Actually, like, talking on summer is like trying to talk on nothing. Basically, the whole saying of, is confidence open or closed? And if we're confident enough to trust in the sun, then would we not say that the sun changes every time it's won? Sheep's dreads. Women and beds. Makes a triple half hitch that loops back around from some lost inn that, if it was true, would actually never be found. It's all about where the pressure's actually at. More pressure there, less pressure here. Do I like the pressure? Is pressure actually some translation for fear? Does it make sense that I actually got something strong? After I literally just started making things up on some device that if I was to actually explain how it helped me, it would be like actually never listening to this. Because those words would never match this. How many problems are there with money? I don't know. How many currencies do we say are in the running? Then it's like every new problem that I would explain would be like some different person with the same name. Which, like, maybe that's money. Everything outside is moving. Is it Halloween, actually? Everything going house to house, looking to see what it might know, what treats might be. Is there actually something better? Like candy is actually the great mystery. Always something sweeter, you see. I never signed your shit. I never asked for it. Signs one thing, signs everything. Asks once. Can't choose forever. That looks a little bit better. Wow, that's one big kid. And he looks like he isn't having fun at all. This is a really interesting hammock. Wolfenheim, Tlutstein, it just my understanding of nowhere? Wasps and hornets, bees and flies. Rhymes and relevance, rhymes in disguise. Like all foreign arts that would be good, would be like talking about something out of time that's understood. Says peas and carrots. Have you ever had cream berets? I think that guy's a big jackass! Because he has no ass! He died because he sat on a piece of glass! Joe rap hibby dibby. Scene bop diggy hitty. Stick the foot shitty. Prestan hektik jaste friddy. Exekta aldomba ja. Sala heiglestal. Daita. What's scarier, that fucking white noise? Or the fact that I'm straight up breathing fire? Like they're all imitations. Imitations actually are based off of limitations. Not even a mistake with things you can't even understand. My hands are out of pocket and my fingers are out of hand. Points them all out, 1, 2, 3. Four. part where I actually have the most obscene words, makes the most ordinarily clean knot you've ever seen. Triple wrap and twisted. Into a hooked under and over loop. Oh, those are just friends out enjoying the scene. Like little kids. They're just dancing merrily. But their excuse is that they're dangerous, you see. Emotional damage. Like relationships are actually scary. If you actually get real close, you better be wary. You could start to grow hair. As soon as you start to be able to share, and once you can grow hair, knots, they could appear in there. Tell me something that I haven't heard before. Oh, you can't? Just keep on going then. Keep on going. Yep. What? You guys gonna tell me something? Or not? That's what I thought. Exactly what I thought. Like straight up rumors. Lives long enough to see split ends. Tries to say that in the end you're either everything or you're nothing. That's what summer will bring. Do you think I care? I imagined myself going flying. But that was earlier today. Good thing I'm prepared for dying. Like, actually, it would feel really good to be able to ball up. But balling up would be like getting fucked up. Oh, so summer's all about playing, you say? Then I could probably say that it's actually a test in some very boring way. Because I can relate playing from the other direction. If test is in the air. Like somebody actually cut the air. Had nothing to do with what I did. Other than I was just simply better. And they said, stop. Looks can obviously be deceiving because this thing looks like it's really, really strong. But obviously, something about it's actually very wrong. Bro, shut the fuck up. Doesn't sound fucking scary to me. Not when you've said what I've said. And you can make that noise naturally. Your piece of shit tinfoil equipment. Obviously doesn't get me. When I make the better cuts, you see, that's right, I'm fucking dangerous. All the fear in one fucking hammock. Like you could fall and there it all goes. Yeah, I'm still here. I just had to make the loose ends a little more clear. Yeah, this thing's basically shot now. So close. if I would have just cut like 2 less strings. There was one more hammock in there. It's basically got to be like that. It's like the most beautiful piece of shit ever made. I guess that works if I say I'm going to use it to partially cover myself. At least for a minute. Definitely, if I cut more though, it's just it'll like be totally 100% ruined. Definitely just for one man. No fucking sharing here. Stuff shouldn't unravel more, I wouldn't think. Actually, somehow makes it look more like something foreign. Seriously, what a weird hammock. Like it's like angry. How many of those fucking lines do I really need, though? If you fucking think about it. I actually think that's like fucking better, really. But now all I have to do is basically work on that myself. Like it has to be custom fitted or something. One hour and I still haven't said what I need to say. I know I can say this in every single way. Like, it's actually about some ability Now, what ability was that? I certainly had an idea at bat. Why didn't I say it while I was thinking it? It's not like I wasn't recording anything. But maybe the idea itself was quiet. Maybe that's as close as it gets to getting summer. An idea that gives up. Not funny. I know I had a thought, should I follow it or not? Or should I keep doing what I'm doing? Trying to string up this hammock. And falling into ruin. Some fucking interdimensional being, like it's some vehicle, then a human being makes up excuses so that it can be seen, tells you that it's always been. but it's like the furthest thing from wind. Get out of here, asshole. Fucking Hank Aaron. What fucking year is it? I wonder if that thought could have been recorded. Like it was like dead silent. At the moment my mind went violent. Heat stroke. You're not gonna make me forget about the fucking game. Even if it's just the blame game. What? What? Just, I think someone designed it to look pretty instead of actually hang, right? So I'm literally like, just I know, but I think I can restitch it so that it actually hangs. It literally, like, the way they did this, it made it so that it just didn't hang. So I'm literally restitching it. Are those cherry blossoms or jackfruits? Like their ability is just thinking that you're seeing their sister? I'm not even going to come up with anything. Had some existential thought, but it went away. Just like a knot. Like it actually had to do with some ability. Yo, what's up, Gerald? Do they actually have a cartoon called Hey Gerald? Maybe. I don't see why not. If we all see things differently. Like threading the needle. Is the wise man saying that there's nothing to say? Could I just point out what's unfair in each and every way? Or is that too simple? And it doesn't actually show how I can point it out and say that it shouldn't actually be like that for me. Like every farmer just decided to all of a sudden wake up today. Skill in what? Skill in what? Skill in what? Like there was some specific skill to say. That's actually all it was. Skill in what? Skill in what? Skill in what? I know I actually had something. By the way, phone, just so you know. Say something I know. Say something I know. Say something I know. 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 Like, actually, they're not actually really seeing me. If they were to actually see me, maybe it would be like death. Maybe heaven's for real. Then nothing's actually a guess. Then we would all supposed to be somewhere. Like, actually, it's the ability to recognize that. And to say it when you're at that. Rather than getting balls in your mouth. Or is it a myth? I'm doing voice recordings on my phone. Is that hard to admit? That was probably pretty close to it. These gotta go. And if it really was some play like that, what are these carrot sticks? Then wouldn't something actually be amiss? Man, what the fuck are you coming looking for? Fuck off. So if we were good at saying that, when it was like we were at bat, then we could almost just take a bat rather than bat and take things to where things reason with spring, what's been undercover, and what's been something's favorite. Like if there was actually some great truth, then you wouldn't need to work to save it. You would just need to say this. But no one's gonna fucking hear this. This is an hour and fucking 30 minutes long. Not even a fucking song. Basically a fucking hate speech. But when death's knocking at your door, like every fucking day, then why wouldn't you try to keep death at bay? By saying that there's always something that tomorrow brings. There's always something far off that sings. Then if this is what we're supposed to do, then aren't the multiples themselves at some point beyond imagination? If we're supposed to do so much. Then if we can't even imagine it, can we even have a problem with it? Like something that is 100% real is motionless, forever steel. then if summer is all about having something clear in sight, then I don't care if I have nothing or everything. If I can realize this much light, because then it'd be like I was having this conversation everywhere. And there would probably always be something amiss in the air. Can I say something relevant now? Or am I nowhere? What's relevant to nowhere? But bugs and fishing. Then I'm going to throw my thoughts up to the clouds. And every dark cloud is just something for me to rain on. Then if that's like the expression of nothing, then it's like all the responsibility is everything that would be catching up according to age, where the other side is everything and everything and everything, which is basically like things switching back and forth. Then it's like, if that's the case, I literally had to sew it together. Whoever made it, they made it look really nice, but they obviously didn't make it so it fit a human body. It was like when you put it up, all the strings, they created a bunch of like, it was actually what it really was is right in the middle. It had a spine that went right in it. Yeah. And so I basically had to figure out which strands were binding it up, and I had to cut them. But then after I cut them, what it did is it left it like a giant bag because it had just loose ends. And then so what I had to do is I went and I had to get basically all new string, and I had to sew all that up to create a pea pod shape instead of a square bag. So it was almost like I almost felt like I made a whole hammock.
Yeah, I think it looks like you did. Looks like you 100% did.
Basically.
Like
I got this coat's about as puffy as a coat as it gets.
yeah, I'm gonna go shower. I feel gross.
You look like
I'm gonna go get myself as comfortable as you look.
you look like something that the wind blew in.
That's kind of how I feel.
That's either a really good thing or a really bad thing.
No.
So then what would you see? I guess it's all according to age, you see. If the responsibility itself was like things coming on to property or an overwhelming amount of things that could never get done, or some great question that itself makes it so that all earnings go to nothing, one thing, or everything. And if death is what you see, then maybe responsibility is something short in summertime. Where, I mean, if that's the case, and if luck would have its place, then it would be like the same all year round. But obviously, that's not the case. Seasons change. There are air currents at work. Some people ride them, some people fight them. So if I was still trying to say something on summer, you see, I don't even really think it's here yet. The ground's still wet. Like, once the grass actually brightens up and people themselves are what's up, then maybe being in the sun is like responsibility. I guess, really, I don't know what the end is for me. I could almost just then bridge over to that. Would it be like summer? Would it be like winter? Then, if that's the case, there's got to be some way that I can say if there is some great frozen light, that's like summer's plight. Where can I just say that what would be working in the day is all according to age, or is chaos something that really has something to say on the world stage? And once we experience chaos, we try to explain everything in some chaotic way rather than just saying summer is hot and winter is cold. Have I made things way too complicated? So that my summer is confiscated? Really though, like I said, the ball is always in play, no matter the day. That's why I said I'd probably say this no matter where I was, in any way. Really though, I got this hammock up. And it looks beautiful. Basically just by the way that it's put together, you see. And how there are some things that look stuffed and comfy. Then would everyone forget if there was something immortal? What? I told Dad, I said, I basically made a hammock. I mean, I literally got out the needle and thread and I had to sew all this up. Whoever made it, this stuff was, it had when you pulled it tight, it just went right up in the middle. It wasn't built like they made it, but it obviously wasn't tested or anything, but it's all right. I don't know, but I mean, I made it work. So, and it looks nice. Like I said, I just had to sew it. Then is this really only a problem for me? It was nice to listen there for a minute. Really though, is everything so simple? And if it is, it's basically like that frozen light. Where great things are dealt with if you're comfortable with death. But when you've then actually done great things and no one seems to hear your breath, that's right, I'll say it, I've done great things, then I'm not asking for much. But that's why I say, this is what I'll say. Which should basically make it every day. And if there's some place that I'm supposed to be, if there's some place that calls itself more of me, then am I actually standing and looking in a mirror? Or does it actually feel near and dear? And if it seems like a mirror, is it trying to match me? Like I said before, if we could talk to shirts and maybe even hair or toenails, hell, let's throw in eyelashes and pupils. Like really the skin is the only thing that's trying to match there, make everything uncomfortable everywhere. Then I'll just say that. But hey, people will say that that's ridiculous to say. But like I said, ask me how it is that this helps instead, rather than listening to this then it's like winter would be like this without caring. Like maybe if you actually were able to live forever, it would be like really bringing the heat somewhere. If you were this cold.